Good morning.
Good
I'm
morning.
Dr. Harrison, and I understand that you called for a telehealth visit today.
Yes, I did.
Can I get your full name and age?
My name is Shannon Lively, and I'm 20.
Thank you. And do I have your permission to continue with this telehealth visit? All right, thank you. Are you alone or is there anyone there with you today?
I'm alone.
Okay, all right, thank you. What can I do for you today?
I think I'm having some problems down there, and I had that in the past, so I think it's happening again.
And when you say it happened in the past, what do you mean? What did you have?
I was diagnosed with an STD, but I don't remember the name of it. I just took some medicine and it got better.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a few questions about that, more detailed questions in a minute. But is there anything else you want to talk about today?
No.
Okay, all right. So some of my questions may seem a little odd. They may seem really personal, but it'll help me to put the picture together and get a better sense of how to best treat you. Okay?
Okay.
All right. And if you feel uncomfortable with anything, just let me know. Okay? So how long have you been feeling poorly?
Maybe like 4 days now, I think. Four or
Okay.
5 days.
All right, thank you. And I'm just taking notes so that you know, so that I can keep track. This is my notebook. I'm not writing anything down except trying to keep track of what you say.
Okay.
So, can you describe to me a little bit more about what you're feeling? You said it's been about 4 to 5 days,
Mhm.
and
I think I feel hot. I mean, I think I don't have a thermometer, so I may have a fever, I think. And I just, it's like burning and itching down there. And there's like a little, uh, I don't know what you call it. It's like a sore in the area.
okay. And Shannon, do you have your cell phone handy?
Yeah, yes.
Can you make sure that it's turned off while we talk?
Okay. Uh, okay. Okay.
Thank you. So you said you have a little sore down there. Is it on the outside or on the inside?
It's on like uh I don't know how to describe it. It's like on the, I guess it's outside.
Okay. Is it on is it on your vulva, the area outside your vagina? The
Yes.
lips?
The lips.
Okay. And is it on the right or the left?
You're right.
The right. And is it just one sore?
Hmm.
Okay. And can you tell me what color it is?
It looks like my skin
Okay. Is it red at all?
a little.
Okay. And does it have a little blister on it
Hmm.
or okay. Is
Hmm.
it pussy? Is it clear?
I don't know. I can't tell. I think it was clear, but now maybe starting to have
Okay.
something.
All right. Have you had sores like that before?
The last time.
Okay. All right. And the medicine that you took the last time, do you remember how many days you took it?
Um, no, some like maybe a week or so. I can't remember.
Okay. And did you take it once or twice a day?
Twice a day.
Twice a day. Okay. Um, do you remember what color the pills were?
Mm-mm.
Okay, that's all right. It's all right. And if I gave you some names of different types of STDs, do you think you would remember what they called it?
Um, I just don't yes, you can try. You can try.
Okay. And these are just really common things. It's not that I'm suggesting that this might be any of them, but have you ever heard of a yeast infection? Do you think that's what it was?
I had yeast infections growing up and it wasn't that.
Okay. How about chlamydia?
That might be. I think I remember them saying there were two things.
Okay. How about gonorrhea?
I think that's the one.
And how about herpes? Have you heard of that?
I've heard of that. I don't know that I didn't get, I don't know if I've ever had that.
Okay. And then what about syphilis?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, so we're going to need, I think we're going to need to do some testing. Do you have transportation?
My boyfriend does.
Okay. And does he know that this is going on with you?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And are you comfortable talking with him about this?
Yes, he actually has the same stuff, so I
Okay.
had something for him too.
Okay. All right. Well, I can't prescribe medicine for him if he's not my patient. But we can certainly get some testing done and he can certainly make a call and I can see him in the same way on a different appointment if that's something he's interested in doing.
Okay.
But we do need to get some testing done, and there are ways that we can get both of you tested. Okay. Um, so here's the part where I'm going to ask you some other questions. Okay. And I really appreciate the information that you've given me. It really helps me to try to figure out what's going on, and I think I'm going to be able to help you today. But one of the questions that I have is, whether you're able to use barrier protection when you have intercourse,
What's that?
like a condom, either a male or female condom.
I mean, not really. We don't really use them.
Okay. And I'm assuming since your boyfriend also has symptoms, and because you describe him as your boyfriend, that you're sexually active with him.
Yes. Mhm.
And are you sexually active with anyone else?
No, I'm not.
Is he sexually active with anyone else?
Uh, yes. Yes, but he loves me. I mean,
I'm
that,
not asking about love. I'm just trying to figure out the medical part of it.
okay.
Okay. But you don't have any other partners?
Um, um, I didn't used to have any other partners.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
Just uh like do I I'm not cheating on him.
Okay, all right. Well, and again, I'm worried about the medical part of it, not the social part of it. Let me ask this in a different way. In the past month, how many different sexual partners have you had?
Uh, so maybe 4 or 5, but it wasn't it I didn't have to use to do this, but the the COVID has changed a lot of things for us.
It really has changed things for everyone.
You know.
So how has it changed things for you?
We just um have just had some problems with affording rent and um so we're trying to do what we can to do that, to pay for our bills.
Okay, and so is that what's happening, that you are having sex so that you can get enough money for rent?
Yes, and he said it won't last long. It's just it's what we have to do right now.
And is he doing that as well?
No, he's not. It's just
Okay,
me.
just you. Okay. I'm sorry that that's happening. Sorry that's happening to you and that this pandemic has put you guys in such a bad financial position. Um, are either of you working outside of this arrangement that you have?
No.
Okay. What kind of work did you used to do?
I didn't work. He worked. He just, like regular stuff around the city that he finds, just different jobs. But with everybody being inside, it's just he hasn't found any jobs lately.
Okay. All right. How do you I'm worried about you, Shannon.
Why?
Um, because when you talk about this, you sound sad. And when any person's in a position where they don't have control over what they do with their own body, I always worry. This is something that's happening to you that you would not choose to do otherwise. And that's why I'm worried.
Yeah. I mean, I feel I have to do it to survive. And he says it won't last long. So I, I'm okay with it.
Okay, well, makes my heart hurt. And I want to help you if you'll let me.
What kind of help?
Well, there's lots of different things that we can offer you. Um, Even though it seems like it's a temporary thing, the name for what's happening is actually called sex trafficking, where you trade money for sex and someone else is, taking the money to pay for rent or shelter or whatever. And
Mm.
there's a big national organization and some local organizations that can help young women like you when they're ready for help.
But I'm not like those women. I heard of this. This is my boyfriend, and we love each other. And
Okay.
he's I don't know. I don't think that's me.
Okay, all right. Well, there's all kinds of other help that we can give you. Food, clothing, shelter. If rent is a problem and food is a problem because of not working, there may be all kinds of other assistance packages that we can offer you. Would you be interested in speaking with a social worker here on as part of this visit to
Okay.
see what kind of help we can get for you?
Will my boyfriend know?
Not unless you want him to.
Okay, because he doesn't like handouts.
Okay. Well, and this is all your choice. You're an adult. And even though I'm really uncomfortable with what's happening to you, I don't want to take away your right to make your own choices.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and get a social worker, and I can introduce you,
Okay.
and then I will give the two of you some privacy so that you can speak without me being on this call.
Okay.
Okay. In the meantime, I'm also going to make arrangements for my nurse to contact you so that we can get some testing. And what I'm going to have to do is draw a little bit of blood. I'm going to have to have you give us a urine sample. And so we're going to send you to the lab, so that we can test for which kind of STD you might have. The urine sample will test for chlamydia and gonorrhea. The blood test will test for syphilis and HIV, just to make sure, okay? And then I will call you with those test results in just a couple of days, and we will get some treatment for you, okay? But my nurse will call you after this telehealth visit is over to make those arrangements for you, okay? And then once we figure out what's wrong, we'll get some antibiotics so that we can get this taken care of. In the meantime, if you can get access to condoms and use them regularly, that will help prevent you from getting sexually transmitted infections.
Okay.
Okay? So I'm gonna call the social worker, and you can talk to her about whatever, other needs that you have, and see if she can help you with a few of the things that are really causing you some strife during the pandemic. Okay? And I am here for you whenever you want help with anything. Okay?